Well, this is really Christina's passion project. And she noticed that this was an epidemic and had a firsthand experience with it and came to me and said, I think this is a documentary. There's nothing like it out there and we should do it.
Just from seeing firsthand, being in college and seeing the amount of people that were prescribed Adderall, which is it's a Schedule II substance. It's a high chance of abuse. And it was very easily prescribed and very overused. As I started to venture down the path of not taking it anymore, I was kind of looking for resources, different kinds of information on Adderall addiction or how to come off of Adderall, different things like that. And there wasn't much information out there. And there wasn't much information on studies that have been done, long-term studies. And I am generally interested in documentaries. So I searched for a documentary on Adderall and didn't find one. So I went to my mom saying, I think it's something we should cover and bring to a forefront because it's happening a lot. It's happening, whether it's in college students, parents, professional athletes. It's happening pretty much everywhere and no one's really talking about it. I would say extremely. And it's not just around especially around finals or midterms. I would say is probably when you see it the most, but it's also used recreationally. So people use it to go out, stay out longer, things like that. And it's not like just my college specific. It's from all of my siblings that I've spoken to. They say the same thing. Well, just even off my own personal experience, kind of looking back, taking a step back and looking at Adderall and the way I functioned on Adderall, I think that the downsides is that you miss a lot of moments for connection with people. You're very zoned in, which is great for doing schoolwork and all that. But I think you miss a lot. You miss connecting with people. You miss chances to be out in nature, just kind of relax. You're wired 24/7. So that's all taken away, I guess, when you're using it that much. And I think those are very important things that all of us humans need, or connections, to have friends, to be social. I think that suffers a lot for people when they're taking it that often.
I think what the film does really well is it gives you the pros and the cons, and it gives you the history of it. And it lets you, it really asks these questions. Who are we? What have we become? Are we all just pieces of capital? Are we expecting ourselves to operate 24/7?
What does success look like for you? I think defining success is a huge thing that each of us can individually do. Are you taking Adderall to be successful, to make a bunch of money? Is that really what is your idea of success? Or is your idea of success having a family, spending a lot of quality time with them, or, you know what I mean? So it's really about kind of I would say also redefining, I would say the American success story in a sense.
I think it was super exciting. As I said to Christina today, this is big. Getting a documentary on Netflix that will be seen around the world, and that I think is an important documentary for our time. So I'm incredibly proud to be her partner, and I think this was a really good idea. And she was very adamant about having a young filmmaker be the director. We interviewed a lot of directors, and I was like, okay, I like this one. She goes, no, I want someone who's young. I want to have animation. So I learned a lot from her. I've made several documentaries, and I learned from her in the process. And so it's been a really great experience. I think with any partnership, right, you have to kind of feel your way into it, which is a great thing. And people bring certain things, and I have to back off, or she has to come in. And so I think I think we did a good job.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's great. I think whenever you have a chance to take a subject and ignite a conversation around it, I felt like I did that with my Alzheimer's project that I did at HBO. I did it with Paycheck to Paycheck, certainly, and did it in a film with Still Alice. Made everybody, I think, talk about Alzheimer's. And so I try to make films that ignite conversation, that open hearts and minds. That's my mission always. I think Take Your Pills does that. And so I think there are a lot of great subjects out there that need to be examined or re-examined. And I think people learn a lot from documentaries, and I'm really glad that they're having a heyday.